You see me, I bet I got it on me. Whole label rich, ain't nobody on E. Don't do no cap when I came out on street. It could be cold, gotta ride with the heat. He think he gas, he gon' down with me. Don't got no beef, but I keep him on fleet. I was just begging for 12 on the block. Then we get paid just to go on the stage. I said, boss, I was broke, now I'm paid. Twin on my face, I got caught in the rain. I'm trying to free all my dogs out the cage. Give me a year, I'ma call me a maid. Stay in the mouth, call it stuck in my way. I don't play games, but I damn sure make plays. Plus, if I started, I know I'm a finish. She want a body and I want a million. Robbing and killing. Home of the murders and some of the realest. I just be chillin', can't get in my feelings. They don't want hard, but don't wanna admit it. Niggas be hating, but I still go and get it. I'm in the trap, they be sending me tennis. Mindset loaded and yeah, I'm committed. Bitch, you don't count if you broken, you pretty. Ballin' the mall, ballin' John Wall. She keep on testing, I'm missing a call. Dodging the bullshit, I can't for it all. Had the ass out, then they calling the law. I want to play rich a million, I don't want no band. Pizza on IG, but don't want no stand. Elliot jury, my water, Atlanta. Street in my mind on a whole nother planet. You see me, I bet I got it on me. Whole label rich, ain't nobody on E. Don't do no cap when I came out on street. It could be cold, gotta ride with the heat. He think he gas, he gon' down with me. Don't got no beef, but I keep him on fleet. I was just begging for 12 on the block. Then we get paid just to go on the stage. Catch him and chop off his limbs. Sipping these pints and I'm popping these pills. I keep the baddest with thatties. I put this addy, I'm out of my body. This ain't court, we don't judge bitches for bodies. I was too high, just slept in the lap. Put it on posted, I know they gon' cut it. I told her pull up and she got excited. Free my little dog when the J got indicted. Ready to crash out and starting on right. I really came out the jungle with light. Speak on my name and the bullets they flying. Stay down and ran that shit up at the gate. Trucks keep on calling, they don't wanna wait. Spot in LA and it came with a main. I'm quarantine, clean out the money on main. You see me, I bet I got it on me. Whole label rich, ain't nobody on E. Don't do no cap when I came out on street. It could be cold, gotta ride with the heat. He think he gas, he gon' down with me. Don't got no beef, but I keep him on fleet. I was just begging for 12 on the block. Now we get paid just to go on the stage. Right, y'all. What's going on? What's going on? Decided to do this a little bit early, you know, due to this, daylight saving time situation. It's a bit nutty. Realized I was a lot more fatigued, you know, than usual, you know. But that's just what happens when you're really, you know, I would say steadfast in your mission to, accomplish what you set out to accomplish. It's nothing really new. Had a rather interesting day. I actually had canceled the situation with the young lady. You know, I don't know, just like reviewing, the conversation and stuff like that. And plus, it was just, I just really didn't really feel like getting up. Just simplify it. She had told me, yeah, I just, just got back from Maryland. Da da da. It was a lot sooner. I was like, still, I just didn't, you know, wasn't interested in Lincoln. It is what it is. Might be mad about it, might not be. I don't know. I don't give a fuck. You know. But I had a session. I actually had been actually I can't say I've been doing this. Is actually the first session I had with my therapist. Is actually a very beautiful woman, naturally beautiful. Um, no finger paint, her face, no helmet hair or anything of that sort. Just a very clean look. Pretty white smile. You know, pretty white teeth. I'm sorry. You know, and I said, I'm very, I'm pretty raw. To the point. So, and not only do I, speak my mind. Um, I respect you. If you speak yours, as far as you give your input. You know, and one thing I notice, which I should know by now, but just not in its entirety. I do have a natural charm about me, even explaining certain things. You know,
explaining really the nature, even my seriousness about just how I go about things, and I'm really not into you know the play type of stuff. So you know, we had a discussion about my anger, or I at least brought that to the forefront. Um, I'm gonna address that in 1 second, brother. Give me 1 second. It's a question made me wonder: how do you develop the "don't fuck with me" or that "I'm a cool dude but don't fuck with me"? Develop that fear or against those who may try you. That Batman aura, kind of like the Joker. I am sweet. How are you? Um, I think it just comes from really just taking yourself seriously. You know, that first and foremost, you just have to take yourself seriously, and take what you do seriously, and take your time seriously. You know, and with that, you're gonna have people that come around, and try to play with you and jump in your lane. And that's one of the discussions that I actually had, with her in regards to that. So she said, as far as your behavior, how is it? Um, like, is it detrimental to yourself? And I was like, no, it's more so detrimental to others. You know. And then we had, revisited as far as when it exactly happened. When I was, a tyke, when I was tiny and powerless. I kind of made that vow to myself, that I will never allow myself to be in a position to be powerless, or allow people to violate that space. And then she was laughing, so she said, "You basically, you're going to handle that by any means necessary." So that's what I guess it comes down to, brother man. You know, it's about protecting what's sacred to you, protecting your own space by any means necessary. You know, as you see in the artwork, you see where the guy is basically opposing him, trying to basically trick him out of position and trick his wisdom, what he's got going on. But you see how he maintains himself in the process. So that's usually what takes place. As a man, you want to be able to establish those boundaries with people. You know, people say, "What do you lead with?" I lead with my own personal respect. The respect that I have for myself. That's what I lead with. What's going on, Polo? How you feeling? I mean, that's a key to it. You want to lead with your own personal respect. You know, and we're talking about certain things, and she was able to point out certain giftings that I had, certain things that I might not even looked at it as a gift or as a talent, and things that I presented to her. You know, so needless to say, I didn't really need game or whatever like that. These guys talking about, but to say, like, if as far as like as these dialogues continue, as she gets to know me, she understands my story. That's going to make her more intrigued, interest more piqued, I would say. But anyways, I get asked questions a lot. You know, not only just in my you know little social media devices, which you would say, um, but just in the everyday. You know, it's the same question that that I presented in the how to be savvy with sassy women. Um, they asked me, like, as far as like, well, how is it that they're um, into you and not really into say the average guy or whatever like that. You know, really themselves. Is usually when people present questions to you, they're asking really for themselves, not for other guys or not for other people. They don't really care about other people. You know, It's usually the the basic two. You know, why and what. You know, what makes you different. You know, you know, why do you get the results that you get? Get a little bit into that. Let me answer this one from Logan. Excuse me. Yeah, I was insecure and was a footstool for others. And getting heartbroken was the icing on the cake. And after those times, I never want to be second fiddle to anyone. I want to be taken serious. Well, the key to being taken seriously, Logan, is to be taken is to take yourself seriously. You know, because one way or another, people are going to take you as seriously as you take yourself. Just like people are going to respect you at the same level that you respect yourself. You know, it's one thing to demand something; it's another thing to command something. You know, so I command respect. I don't command to be liked. That's too much of a hassle, too much of a job. But respect, yeah. That's we're not going to play around with that. What's going on, Emma? How you feeling? But getting to what I was saying, as far as I guess what these guys do, they do things to try to flatter, you know, uh, female senses or whatnot. You know, I really just do me, and that just so happens to um, flatter their senses. See, whereas other guys would be under some type of illusion that they're you know appeasing to her by doing these things, jumping hoops, or you know trying to like figure them out. I'm not really trying to figure women out. You know, I mean, the way I always looked at it is they should really learn to figure me out. If they're in my company. You know. But anyways, let me just get into the process of this. Of what how it really takes place. Hopefully, I can answer some concerns for you. First and foremost, as a man, you need to understand the terrain or the operation around you, what takes place. You know, see for me, Ace I saw on Cruise Channel and said hello. Yeah, I did. I did. You know what? I dropped my super chat and I dipped off. I had something to do, but my bad, Emma. I caught it, but I was like, I was gonna go. Like you said it immediately, so I was like, I mean, right after that, I didn't get a chance to chime in on that, but I do apologize on that behalf. You know, you're always well received over here. Just keep that in mind. But just get into what I'm saying is like I understand the modus operandi on all levels, right? What they would like to say is game. Is having game versus knowing how to play the game. It's a entirely different conversation. And knowing how to play the game is the fact that you have to carry it as though you're not one. Okay. See, by me, understanding that, I understand, the way that life works on an entirely different level from, everyone else, including the average guy, who's doing things just to fit in, to, be accepted, to be appreciated, to be liked. See, the regular dude, right, is just so caught up in, being on somebody else's playing field, you know, and he knows. Actually, he doesn't know he's on someone else's playing field, but I can see it. I can see it based on, his behavior. I can see it in, how he feels about himself, how he thinks of himself, in a certain way. And those ways actually deprive him, of his own manhood and God-given right, God-given understanding in his right senses. You know, Come back to what I was saying before. He said, I hate when they interrupt DJ Kuda's conversation with their BS. Well, I mean, the thing is with those particular platforms, because it's a lot more of an open platform. So a lot of things are, you're subject to a lot of things. I've been on platforms like that before, um, you know, and proxy, where it was open, anyone can just hop on, and it's a good thing. Opens things up. You get more people, in your box, and it could be interesting. It's like, mystery gumbo, but I don't know. I would say you have to have a lot of patience for that. 'Cause you have people that come onto your panel with the intention to fuck up your show. You know, but kudos to the people that are actually doing that. You know, but getting to what I was saying, the difference between a man and a male, right? See, a male is someone who's just unkept, by the principles of masculinity, you know, and things that I've explained. What's going on, John Doe? How you feeling? You know, time and time before, you know, and being that he's unkept by these principles, right? He's unable to keep the female in her womanhood. Now, remember I was talking about before about your first mind, your bottom chick is not the anatomical one. Your first lady is not the anatomical one; it's your actual mind. You know what I'm saying? See, a man is well developed, and his mind is well developed, and the people that's around him, and especially the women that are dealing with him, are a reflection of that. Just keep that in mind. I've said that time and time again. You know, and see, the problem is with a lot of these guys, right? You know, they don't know how to basically keep a female in her womanhood, and the scary part about it, they don't even know that they don't even know. It's like they're just kind of just winging things. You know, see, a woman dealing with the average, you know, niggas, like to say, or just say the average guy, receives the issues of, you know, what comes with the average guy, like lies, deceptions, confusion, mixed signals, petty disputes, you know. He's just, someone who doesn't know how to set the right example in front of her. And in return, she's stuck dealing with the false representation. That's the sad part, you know. But in a lot of cases, as I said before, females will not pick, a guy that's solid in his behavior. They'll pick a guy that is pliable, you know, a guy that's pliable to their emotional worldview. Anything outside of that, anything that presents a challenge, you know, they're going to take flight instead of fight, you know. Now, due to the fact that they're stuck dealing with, that false representation, right? You're stuck in misery. It's a difference because is happiness, but it's like the illusion of happiness. The illusion of happiness is where she's got the guy under her thumb. You know, she doesn't respect the guy. You know, it's pliable. She doesn't really mind using him. She can't stand a weak man, but she won't mind using him. Be perfectly honest with you. Now, Logan says the Bible does say that say treat wisdom as your wife. So you're right. Come on now. You know, we talking good over here, bro. Now you have to understand this: a real, true to the game boss. You know, as you know, people use the word game, right? So a real, true to the game boss, Mac. You know, let's just be specific here. You know, handles her. You know, with the raw and uncut truths of life. You know, a lot of guys are scared to be honest. A lot of guys are scared to tell the truth because they can't really afford it. You know, so you have to understand that things that I convey is really just not only just my style, but it's also my lifestyle. You know, and it is unconventional in a sense, but at the same time, I'm still an actual man that is relatable. So that's what makes it interesting because I'm not a silly little boy who still needs to grow up, still needs, you know, assistance to help to figure things out. See, in order to become the kind of man, you know, that I am, or that some of the other esteemed gentlemen that you've heard, you first have to understand that what being a man, you know, is actually all about. Not meaning in in natural order and operating in that, and just being in you know my biology. See, remember I said before in the Jesus Juice, video was about behavior. Behavior is what generates access. See, with that access, this is what women, are into. This is what they're drawn into. You know, for that very reason. See, nobody actually has a problem with assisting a man that is already assisting himself. Mentally, emotionally, as well as financially. You know, remember what I said before about being clear about your intentions. Being clear about your ideals, being clear in your conversation. See, an unclear mind is going to basically what create an unclear conversation. Unclear conversation is going to basically what get in a response. Confusion, mixed signals, and you got unclear feelings, and then you got actions that are unseemly. So you have to really understand what your intent is to do something, and your intention is in the execution. you know Everything you know in your endeavors all depends on how you start. you know how I start personally is I always start with the end game in mind, the end goal. It's a good way to begin. you know First and foremost, the number one requirement, for me, as far as in getting what I want, is knowing that the situation has chosen me. You know, see, you have to understand this. Part of working things is really, taking your idea and imparting it into someone else's mind, as though that it's their own idea. You know, Tommy Butter used to tell me this when I was younger. He said, if you want to get You have to find a way to get the neighborhood behind what you're doing, to get them involved. And if you look at, someone like Bill Clinton, for example, he's champion fundraiser. Why was he a champion fundraiser? He was able to rally people up and get them involved with what he was doing, what he was about. You know, what was one of his main methods? Emporia. Emporia from an unbiased standpoint, to where as though he's not communicating as though, okay, yeah, I'm, okay, that over there is bad, but I'm good. Like, no, you're weighing out the pros and the cons on both sides, and then you're presenting it. That's how you create choices. You always want to give, you know, people the option, to either, get involved or, not to get involved, to participate, or not to participate, depending on what, you know, you would like for them to participate, you know, with, you know. Is it making sense? Big Rich, what's going on? So that's where the inception comes in. Impose your will. Exactly. Now, there's a difference between pressing your will versus impressing your will. Just like I was telling you, when I sat down and I had a discussion with my therapist, I was able to impress my will. It intrigued her, and I had to actually be careful. That I don't have I have just the on button. I don't have the off. The charm is there. You know, and what caused her to because she was already in a position to be open, to have dialogue with me. So I was able to communicate certain things. I was able to communicate, you know, um, just the day to day stresses as far as what I do. You know, what goes on in my mind, what goes in my mind. You know, how I got to basically bear a lot of things, and then the part that really pulled her in was just my nature as far as just how I go about things. And as I said before, I'm very serious. I don't have that play thing going with me. When people play around, things happen. He said nothing can stop a glacier, iceberg, or avalanche at full speed. Exactly. Exactly. 'Cause, I mean, that's just how I pretty much move. That's how I do everything. I mean, I don't have a half ass or a halfway of doing things. I don't. I mean, that's just not man behavior to do things halfway or to play around, be fiddling under the desk. It's just a man knows what he wants, and he knows how to get it and go about it. That's just the way I understand. Even if it doesn't come to you right away, it's going to come to you. I'm saying you got to make that way come to you. It's just a rather interesting discussion, I would say. You know, she was smiling ear to ear. You know, because I had to basically, you see me face to face, so I'm not bad on the eyes. She's not bad on the eyes either, and it wasn't really for that, but it is what it is. You know, but needless to say, man, you have to be clear about, you know, what you want, you know, who you are and what you're about. It's like the brother Logan said, you know, earlier, what was the plight, which is fine. You know, shit happens, life happens. You know, you actually learn more from failure than you do from, you know, actually succeeding. You know, other thing you really can't, you know, you know, be afraid of is actually, you know, failure, getting, you know, pulverized. Especially if, you know, you guys, you know, have you know, entrepreneurial interests. Make sure to turn this down a little bit. I want this to drown me the fuck out. Um, you know, when you're in business for yourself, you have to, you know, expect to basically get your shit kicked in, and get your shit kicked in a lot. You know, I mean, to get basically beat into the blade of the grass. You know, eventually you spring up. You know, this is part is like when I think the other Ray J had the piece with the Black Knight. Um, the thing that really, you know, resonated with me, you know, was being a maverick. From my understanding, is learning how to basically, you know, snatch victory right out of the jaws of defeat. Learning how to use what's at your disadvantage to your advantage. That's in everything that you do. And I understand, you know, life is being the underdog. You know, whether you're the overdog or the underdog, you still play like the underdog. You know, you never lose the hunger. What's going on, Roger? Long time no see. Did I see her today? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. It was pleasant. It was pleasant. We had a lot of good laughs. You know, it'll do to me. I have a sense of humor. Um, Very peculiar one, but people get it. What's going on, underrated darkness? How you feeling? What's going on, Roger Connor? Long time no see, brother. Yeah, so it was fun. So we're supposed to be setting things up for next Monday. I didn't get too into the specifics of things, even though it's all confidential. You know, certain things I'm going to have to leave out. You know, due to he said being sharp, the devil's in the details. Yes, and that's where you need to be. Indeed, peace and wellness, Shy Alpha. Yeah, I just told her certain things, man. I didn't tell her a lot. Just told her like little things. She's like, okay, so hey, she's like, so just what happens. I mean, because of my temper, right, and because of severity of how I handle things, I don't really like dudes that just have too much play with him. You know, play around too much. And I'm the type of guy I really mind my own business. I mind my own business, stay in my lane. But when people jump into my lane, you know, you have to know what comes with that. And that's my thing. Like, know what you're getting yourself into. And that's the thing about what a lot of guys, they don't know what they're getting themselves into. They just do shit, just wing it, you know. And I want to make that clear, with other guys, just know what you're getting yourself into if you decide to play with me. Now it was a situation. I remember this guy was basically saying some real hot shit, you know, in my direction. I didn't even know he was basically, doing this shit, like really, slandering my name. And this girl that we know, she basically told him that she told me. And she's like, yo, it looked like this guy looked like a fucking ghost after that. Then he tried to try to smooth things over or whatever like that. I was like, man, eventually this guy's gonna get jammed up, so I'm not really gonna trip off of that shit. But I did think about definitely putting that hot shit in him. But that's another conversation. I ain't trying to talk about that on here. Sorry about that. He said wolves Barely play, only fun with real ones. Exactly. I don't play. I think that's just why what I wonder, is there like, you know, you know, fucking, you know, PlayStation written on my head, Sony PlayStation, or is it an Xbox? I'm not a Game Boy, you know. Just don't play with me. I told her, a scenario, light one. She was laughing and shit, you know. So it was actually pretty fun, you know. But I actually have her personal number. That's the crazy thing about it. So, gotta keep that, professional. But, anyways, you know, as I said before, you know, um, behavior really determines a lot of things. As what Logan was basically, conveying earlier, said that people are only going to respect you at the same level as you respect yourself, and people are only going to take you as serious to the level that, to the extent that you take yourself. And eventually there are going to be people that are going to try it, you know, but it's going to be a failed attempt, you know. See, you have to, I would say, cause it in people without saying it, without doing it, as far as what consequences can actually take place, for really, fucking with you. You said too many hyenas, very few lions in this jungle we call society. No cap. Yeah, that is true. That is true. It's the sad thing about it, you know, hyenas, or just, monkeys, curious Georges. That's what you basically have. A lot of curious Georges, with gorilla suits on, you know. Everybody wants to be heard. And that's the thing about, even with this thing, this basically gave pussies an outlet, you know. That's why I was just like, you know what? I'm better off just, staying in my own lane, staying with my own folks, staying with my own wolf pack, and, just doing me. You know, I see some people that, I like outside of my pack. If I can, send an encouraging word, or, a charitable donation, then I'll do that. But other than that, you got to keep it this way. Can't have outsiders fucking up, my flow. Can't have outsiders fucking up what we got going on. You know, it's facts. Avoid common denominators, demonic haters. Exactly. There's a lot of demonic haters. A lot of demonic haters. And, that's another thing. A man to me is someone that's going to own up to what he did wrong. I'm not always right about shit, you know? And I know that. And I will actually point that out before someone else points that out in a conversation. But you don't really have that, in any space. Not even just on here, but just in real life and shit. It's like people, go into plausible deniability and shit. Like, wait a minute, nah, you did this fuck shit right here. You know, what about that? People avoid things. The reason why they avoid things, because they're full of shit. They ain't on shit. That is their thing. You know, 9 out of 10 guys are really just females with balls, capping for females. You know, now there's real bravado and there's false bravado. You know, and those that know just know, because we cut right into that shit. You know, okay, the wrong man to bark at. I'm just gonna get heads up. Um, and Sweet says, that man I told you about said he admired you, by the way, or something like that. He had positive things to say about you to make you feel better. Um, yeah, I mean, I'm sure he does. you know. I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm a very difficult person to really know, to understand, and to even get along with, you know. But at the same time, I'm not easy to play with. That's it. That's it. Just don't play with me. I can get along with anybody. Just don't play with me. I'm not gonna play with you. Yeah, it's an admiration because it's just more so just how you know I conduct myself. But again, even on that end, it's no real malice. It's like I don't wish, like I don't want to do anything like harmful. You know what I'm saying? I don't want anything harmful from him. I want him to basically, you know, succeed. I like to see other black men have some money in their pocket, you know, to have things going on. You know what I'm saying? We got all the fucking odds against us, you know? That's what I wish, but everybody don't wish the same thing. People don't want me to have shit. People don't want me to be shit. It's like, damn, but it's okay. Okay. You know? It's just a lot of, it with that situation, it's some it's some misunderstandings, you know? It's some misunderstandings, you know. That's all I can really say. I think once we have, dialogue, I understand where he's coming from, he understands where I'm coming from, it's clear, you know. Because for me, my thing is, it's my principle, you know. A friend of my enemy is my enemy. And when I see you, you know, lining yourself up with my enemy, and you don't know to the degree of how much of an enemy that person is to me, that's something you have to figure out, you know. True shit. He said most are demons instead of a god amongst men. Exactly. Most of these Negropeans are demons. He said microaggression is real. Shit. Microaggression or selective aggression or line item aggression. You know, I've had guys come out, pop off, say a little shit to me, but you see, the thing is, I don't mind like roasting, like throwing a little diss, throwing a little jab, a little arrow and shit like that. Some of that shit's cute, man. If it's funny, I'ma laugh. But when you threaten me or you show me a pistol, it's game time. Like, ain't gonna be no more diss videos. Ain't gonna be no motherfucking slick lines. You know, when we see each other, it's game time. That's it. You know, like that's what these guys gotta understand. See, it's the difference between, you know, not saying I'm in any of this stuff. I'm a Christian. I watch Joel Osteen, every once in a while. Okay, in case anybody's watching, the wrong people watching, the badges. Let's break down this difference. See, this whole thing when people are talking about this whole Pookie and Ray Ray shit, that's all crockett shit. Like these guys are, I'm a Pookie, I'm Ray Ray. No, you're just a hood nigga. It's the difference between a hood nigga and a street nigga. Okay, big difference. These motherfuckers just grew up around the way. Really nobody. They come on here because you got a lot of motherfucking weirdo niggas just from, these little goofy ass little towns and shit. And, generally just pussies, you know? So then they could just bark at them and shit. They feel like I can just bark at anybody. I can just wear this badge and say I'm this, I'm that, you know? Thing is, as I said before, when you talk, I can hear the weight or the lack thereof, you know? I look for the particulars or lack thereof. So, you know, I look for the familiarity. So when you say certain things and doesn't line up, you know, just watch who you play with. There's a couple of people that didn't try that with me. We had to set them straight. Let's get this get in his comment section. Ice, he said he was impressed by you though. I heard him myself. I don't know when he said that. See, I say things, I don't listen to everything. I don't know what he was impressed by. I'm just doing me. But respect. He said, "Don't kill me, man," said Joel Osteen. Poet says, crazy. They have the mind and ways of their so-called oppressor, of the white man. Exactly. A lot of these, let's see, they do shit just like them, man. Because like it's that passive aggressive shit I hate. You know, that's one thing that really you want to really fucking boil my craw is that passive aggressive shit. It's like you gotta fucking. It's like these little codes and shit you gotta pick up on. Motherfuckers will have a problem with you but don't want to voice it. I don't come from that type of fucking thing. Like if you got a problem with someone, you speak your mind on it. You don't fucking do some passive shit or you mad at someone. Someone says something. It's fucking words. So then you basically you tuck it in and you move and you do some shicey shit. That's the shit that fucking irritates me. If you have a problem, see, for me, I got a problem with someone, I'm going to basically speak on it and speak directly to them and say, this is what my fucking issue is. So, what is your issue with me? It's about clarity. This is how we resolve issues. When motherfuckers talking about they're solution minded motherfuckers, right? That's what it is. That's how you basically solve a problem. This is how you basically come to the solution. Why the fuck is that so hard? Most chicks that like Pookie are from the suburbs. Yeah, it's crazy. The chicks that's from the suburbs is probably the most hood chicks. They're far worse than the fucking chicks from around the way. Yeah. They say they walk with tails between their legs. Yeah. A lot of these guys walk with tails between their legs. It's like, look, man, if you got a problem with somebody, and it's like, motherfucker, I know me. At the end of the day, I'm I have some harsh criticism. I present that. I'm very blunt, very candid, very frank. I don't hold any punches. I'm gonna say shit. That's probably gonna piss you off. It's probably gonna hurt your feelings. You know, why don't you state that? Or just say, look, Ice, man, what the fuck, man? You can say whatever the fuck you want to say to me. Just state on that shit. It's just why are guys afraid to talk to other guys? You know, I mean, it's just bitch nigga shit. He said, Logan says, not every nigga from the hood is a real nigga. Not every nigga in prison is a real nigga. Either biatches everywhere. Yeah, it's true. Real shit. Look, a wrong way they pull out a gun and blow your brains out. Yeah, it's the thing. Everybody's fucking, everybody can fucking pull out a gun and do some shit. Like everybody can pull out a gun and shoot motherfuckers and shit. And see, the thing is, they don't even walk down people. They hit you from like 2 blocks away, shoot at you 2 blocks and hit innocent people. Some stupid shit. But when you locked in that kennel, it's a different game. The only thing you got is your hands, your mind, and something sharp. Yeah, that right there is going to determine things. You can't hide. You can't hide behind your homeboys. We got here. We got another. Cheers. He said, "Ice. They're always beefing. I remember when AM was shouting at Alfie, and it was, unsettling to hear. The next day, he was back on the panel like nothing happened. Yeah, but I know why he would be like, because, AM, I have a good idea of what kind of man he is, just like I have an idea what the other dude is. Like I just from one from personal experience, the other one just from you know I can hear it. You know, and plus AM's birthday is not too far from mine. You know, see the motherfucker didn't like that shit, but the thing is he was basically over there for because he was a fan. and he wanted to be seen. Oh, I did a drink with him. I did a drink with him, and that nigga knew he was a nut. See, you don't know who boy fucks with. You know what I'm saying? He had a piece about you know, you're not my brother. That was probably one of the best pieces of content I've heard um in a long while. I actually played that back, a few times. I really don't listen to content like that outside of like, camp and stuff like that. But that piece, it just popped up and I checked it out. It was like, he was really a lot of things he said in there I can relate to, you know, a lot of things he said in there. Even with people talking about, when people trying to basically make this whole little bridge thing, to get me to interact with that same person you basically put in there, right? Emma, mind you, this motherfucker, the shit he did, I watched him clip fucking channels, people that, I fuck with, and him do some real shady shit with me. Basically start some shit with me, and I didn't do anything because he was scared. He was scared of the other guy that threatened him, you know. Then the motherfucker even tried to blackball me, which really it didn't work because I'm able to break through this motherfucker. I'm still getting subs, dickhead. You know what I'm saying? I'm standing motherfucking strong, bitch. That's all I know how to do, you know. See, the motherfucker was mad because I walked away and, I was the motherfucking, you know what I'm saying? I was the motherfucking, the golden horse. You know what I mean? Fuck niggas, man. See, but the thing is, I'm not like these motherfuckers on here. And he knows that. We've had a conversation before, not even, anything right towards him, but motherfucker knows who I am, you know? Okay. I don't play that shit. For real. He said moving silence and remain blameless. That's big facts. I don't sweat it. I realize that's how men are. No, 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 that's not how men are. That's how males are. That's how chickified males are. Men behave like me. Men move like me. Okay? Ice, what you sipping and smoking on? I'm not even smoking on anything. I actually have some what is it? I think I took 2 sips of it. It's some Kamati. So it's kind of like, Spanish Bloody Mary. It's kind of in that mood. I didn't really even. I took like 2 little sips. I want to get to it. Now this motherfucking thing on my comments section. Oh, there we go. It's working. He said this Black Manosphere has become a gossip channel. No cap. It's actually sickening. Oh, it is. Oh, the blackmailing is there. People try to, do that. But you can't blackmail anything. What do you fucking have? You know? What do you really have on me? People play these little internet games, little reindeer games and shit. You know, it's fucking cute. These are niggas, not OGs. They just old geezers. Exactly. They're old geezers, man. Not old. Like it's different. I said before about elders and old motherfuckers. See, old motherfuckers is just like the young motherfuckers. The same impulses, the same dumb shit, the same fuckery. Elders, you'd be hard pressed to find elders. You'd be very hard pressed to find, actual men. You know, but it is what it is. The quiet ones are the most savage, exactly. Especially those reformed family men. Yeah, the nicest guy is the most vicious motherfucker. Okay, because he just wants to be a nice guy, and you want to fuck with him. That's the type of guy you be at dinner, you playing around with him, and he just poke you in your eyes with a fork, right? And then eat the food with the same fork, because you pissed him off. You took his smile away. He just wanted to be a nice guy, and you fucked that up for him. He said, "Yep, we move different." He said these niggas supposed to be setting an example, but they're spreading rumors and bitching about women. To be real, I see why sometimes women say black women are weak link. Sad shit, real talk. Yeah, but they blame women for everything. That's the crazy thing. You move different when you got something to lose. Exactly. It's the key thing. It's the key thing. When you have something to lose, you're gonna move different. You know. I have, as I said, like I have nieces and nephews. I like keeping smiles in their faces. I like, you know, being in a position to where as though I can, provide them with something. You know what I'm saying? So these are things that I think about before I really, you know, act out. Makes any sense? What's this thing? This YouTube thing? Okay, okay. And I can move the comments around. True. So niggas in their 40s and 50s exposing niggas, fucking weirdos. Yeah, it's crazy. Or spreading lies about people. You don't really have the actual facts. You're spreading lies. So a nice guy will smile at their agony like the Joker does. Exactly. Heath Ledger Joker is my favorite one. I love that one. If you give me a second, I just gotta do one thing, but I'm gonna play a tune. It's gonna be short, right? Just give me 1 second. You're actually gonna like this. This actually might be my theme. Let me play this.
If you got 36 prostitutes and 30 cents in your pocket, what you got? Proof that hoes come a dime a dozen, baby. Yeah. I mastered the craft on the way to keep them strong. That niggas wanna keep my name from off they girl's tongue. So many bragging boasting like to play high post. Always promising Thomases and can't cook toast. Thinking that the Mackin game is just a fashion show. Now realizing that the rulers get the cash and go. Pull up a chair young and notice that the lesson that I'm telling me. How to be a player better than Bill Bellamy. My tongue commits the felony. Here's how I got you. To do the things your mama told you not to. I shot you. Collect as much product as my mouth forget. And plus I keep my game in order like the alphabet. Mr. Spectacular, better known as Macula. At this pimpin', a legend just like your Nacura. I lay down the law at the door moment that I get with her. The female predator, etc., etc. Better to come on in the hustles, listen why I knock it. Now watch the way I lock it. Straight ball in corner pocket. Anything goes when it comes to hoes, cause pimpin' ain't easy. Anything goes when it comes to hoes, cause rapping ain't easy. He done struck again. You stepped into the playing field, I don't know what you're thinking. Cause game can smell gaming right now, your ass is stinking. Making my presence known, see I only do it big. Nowadays, player hating is going around just like the plague. But regardless, I'm on some play hard shit. My body's used to all them, I was on the graveyard shit. Survival of the fittest. Now all you niggas try to get this. While y'all making love, I'm making love into a business. What's the matter? No confidence within your data. I seen you tripping since.
All right, I'm back. I'm back. I might play an intro. One of these days. Yeah, someone did dox me last year. They were actually taking shots at me. Because I was on a particular panel. But that person had kind of baited me into this situation. To kind of like dangle me in. Because they couldn't really handle it on their own. So it just kept. So the person kept throwing shots at me. Kept throwing shots at me. I ignored it. And then the one day it was just like, okay, it's game time. Did a little, I guess, 9 minute upload. You know, I mean, I tore into that motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie. Um, then just they were basically done. Pretty much their shit was a wrap. But see, the person that I had cut off is this fucking whale bitch. You know, this fat ass fucking like 5 foot, 500 pound butter hog bitch was mad, but they were actually going through my personal information. But I was really just helping them to make content. But because I cut them off, they got into my they found my personal information. And these are like old pictures and shit like that. Somehow, you had my parents on shit, so it was really just this fat bitch, and then this bitch, the sodium tongue. Um, they had gave her the information to basically save herself, and hopefully it would save her, but it didn't because she ended up getting mauled by her as well. Yeah, they had doxed me with that shit, and it was like, okay, so if anything, I mean, if a fucking hair is moved within any of these people that you put up here, all you motherfuckers is paying, because the thing is, you don't know who the fuck I am. You don't know, who is actually, with me. That you don't see behind the scenes. You don't know. You don't know me. You know, Should get real funny with you. But yeah, fat. Yeah, you already know, Polo. So that shit happened, and it's like one person really got it. It's like, oh shit, I don't want to play with that motherfucker. You know, I see. Again, I don't want to talk that way because I like to come on here and just kick it on some different shit. But you know, motherfuckers really be trying to bring that nigga out of you. And it's like, once you bring that nigga out of you, once you let the devil out of the hole, you know, he's going to enjoy itself, and it's not going to come back in. She loves muddy water. She loves food and just dumb shit because she really has no life. You know. So then things are getting worse. The aftermath of Kuda's live. What happened to Kuda's live stream? I mean, for when I did check in, I thought it was pretty smooth and shit. I don't like people fucking with him though, man. He's a pretty decent guy. He doesn't do anything to people. I mean, so, to my knowledge, I'm saying, I think the thing what he puts out as far as the information with, the tech stuff, he definitely like enlightened me with that, because I know what he was talking about at first. I had to like Google a lot of stuff he was talking about, and then really do like my research and just seeing how it was actually like fitting, you know. And I have computers, I have my laptop, I have some pretty decent equipment, but it's like, you can always step it up. You can always step it up to have, better sound quality, because it's like, well, for one, why not? It doesn't hurt anything. I mean, I have the content, you know, so having that with that equipment, right? Guess what that happens? So the Hitler spirit, Polo, you already know. I'm trying not to, you know, but having the equipment and having, you know, the content or the message, that's like having fucking speed and power in the NBA. He's giving this information out, and motherfuckers is like crucifying him for this shit. Like, that's ass. Like, why the fuck you like this? Like, he didn't have to do this shit. He could have just kept that in house. Shit. He said, "Don't put this on the screen. I'll tell you." Okay, got you. So you basically try every day to hold bad demons like Hellboy did. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard because you be ready to float somebody. It's hard, and this is really no different from like the record business, you would say, because of the type of shit that happens. The type of like underhanded shit. Now there's people that basically had what third that like somebody basically got me in a three-way with the person, and you know it wasn't really something that I necessarily wanted. I just got on the jack, was like, hey, chopping, whatever like that. He's like, oh, guess what I got? Phone. And I'm like, oh, okay, great. I wasn't really up to speaking to anybody really, you know. So then they see that, okay, we got some type of bond. We're cool. We're buddies. So they go on your fucking channel like it's a buffet and start taking shit from it and then fucking it up. Like, wait a minute, you wearing my fucking skin on your shit. So you're impersonating me on your platform because it's bigger, right? To try to get something going because you don't have shit. But see, the thing is, you know how niggas do that shit? How they finesse it. Although it came from me first. You know, I used to try and be like me. That's the, you know, that's my little son. You know what I'm saying? That's Junior. That's my little youngin and shit trying to be like me. That's how you niggas was trying to take the credit for shit that I fucking put out here. Shit that I fucking created. No, it's not happening. Give a fuck if I had 50 subs or 50 million. I don't give a fuck if you have 50 subs or 50 million. Shit is on. You know? That intellectual ass whooping is vicious. Should take out the entire bloodline real quick. Exactly. I'm about that. About exterminating everything. You know? Burn the whole fucking family tree down. And piss on the ashes. You know? He said sometimes it's best to be self-sufficient because when you do shit on your own, you stay away from BS. Yeah, what's going on, Absalom, brother man? Yeah, I'm all for self-sufficiency because you know you really have to prove it to yourself first, then to others. Like, see, this is the thing that goes on here. People are not willing to put in the work. You got to put in the work. When you're doing this content thing, you got to put in the work. You know all this fucking dick trumping stuff. You know, you know, fucking monkey branching and shit like that. Yeah, that's ass. It makes you look like a nut. That's your legacy. You can't find anybody in Mac Era that does that, that behaves that way. You know, there's no Baba Treesh fuck niggas in Mac Era. You know, no fuck niggas involved in our shit. You know what I'm saying? We stand tall like fucking giants, like fucking men. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we're open to things, right? But we're going to stand like this in the process. You know, unmovable, unshakable, unbreakable. You know what I'm saying? We don't be motherfucking pop locking in motherfuckers' chats with the Frank in the mouth. You know what I'm saying? Frank in between the toes and all that bullshit. We don't do none of that whole shit. You know what I'm saying? We don't do no whole shit over here. You know what I'm saying? No sucker shit, man. You know? So nobody cared about Drake. Now nobody can book without Drake. Exactly. You know how that goes. The human centipede in the space. Shit eaters. That's what they are, a bunch of shit eaters, man. Niggas be eating shit and Franks. Chili dog parties. They doing fucking whole shit, nigga. Niggas be doing shit in a way like, nigga, you too old to be fucking dick eating, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Too old to be doing that shit. You too old to be doing internships. You know what I'm saying? I can't respect that. You know what I'm saying? Because look, you know, I built this shit block by block. I'm not saying at 100K subscribers, and we all fucking know that, right? But I built my shit. You know what I'm saying? I built my house, you know, through the storms. I built this shit, you know. No one can say that they actually put me anywhere. No one can say that. If you notice that, no one can say that they fucking put me anywhere. And it says, oh wait, I'm sorry, I forgot the rule. My bad. Shit. Oh, okay. Well, I mean that's his rules. I mean that's his rules. Um. You know, I don't have anything to add to that. It's just like it's really kind of just up to you, up to what you know you see is fit for you. You know, as I said, just be mindful of what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? You're only responsible for you. I mean, you know why you're here, or you know why you're over there. You know why you're over there. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't need to know, to be honest with you. And no one else really needs to know. As long as you know, that's all that really matters. Oh yeah, I know. I know it's leading to something. But that's not bad. You know, it's a requirement. Again, like I'm not for or against anything that was presented. You know, it's a requirement. At the end of the day, you know, every man has his own laws. You know, every man has his own uh, modus operandi. You know, I can respect that. You know, but the key thing. Let me turn this up a little bit. Didn't drown me out. Remember that that song was hella fucking weak, but the beat was fire. Um, what did he say? I don't chill with many dudes because when you give them an inch, they will take a yard with that whole shit. Always running their mouth to somebody. Yeah, they do that. They will do that. They will take that whole shit to no end. That's why I learned to kind of just keep it simple, keep it small, stay with my lane, do my best and mind my own business because people will try you. I'm keeping it this way because it's like I'm really trying to help you out because it's like I can see you might have some play in you, you know. This type of jungle gym, isn't for your is the kind of workout that that'll be good for you. Like what I'm saying. That's why I was basically talking to the lady earlier today. Actually, the session was a little bit longer than I guess it was supposed to be. It's supposed to be like I guess 50 minutes. You know, but I can lead a really intriguing conversation. You know, and the things she had posed to me. So shouldn't you be concerned about people being afraid of you? I guess I should, man. But it is what it is. My time will come when it's supposed to come. I mean, to be honest with you, I've been on borrowed time for a long period. It's just like I just don't have that. I just don't want to be played with. I don't want to be taken lightly. You know, that's it. So I'm Switzerland. I'm neutral. Yeah, exactly. I'm like fucking Switzerland. I'm neutral. I'm not for anything. I'm not against anything. If that's your thing, then that's your thing. Just keep your thing over there. Don't bring your thing over here and fuck with my thing. That's it. It's not that difficult. Wait, so I posted says so another girl asks to join. He really likes her, and so does Kuda anyway. His wife. Oh shit. Let me not say that. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I ain't gonna repeat that. I ain't say that out loud. I ain't getting. You know what I mean? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna leave that alone. I almost like was talking. You know what I mean? You usually read shit and it's like, oh no, I ain't. You know what I mean? Because you never know. You know, could be family time. You just take a peek. Not fucking that up. I'm not fucking up anybody's shit. Yo, Emma Wild. Emma Wild. That's my nigga though. But in this space, you know, what needs to be educated? I think I'm gonna do a piece on just principles, leadership, um, and just moral barometers. I think I'm gonna do something like that. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I definitely understand. I understand. But I'm actually going to definitely do some shit on here because I think people. That's another thing. Like with you think about like loyalty, honor, thoroughness. Straight. I was actually want to do a piece on that too. Just talking about thoroughness, man. Just being thorough. Just being thorough in your ways and your behavior and your conduct. You know, I think that's why guys on here, you know, they might, you know, how I come off to them is like, oh, he's aggressive. He's this. Okay, you gotta understand where I'm from. You gotta understand how things take place. You know, except the snow bunny attacks. No, they're attacking snow bunnies now. I mean, snow bunnies are snow bunnies, man. They're not fucking. I mean, I think with guys, it's the whole thing where you're talking about, you know, this whole travel shit or dating out. You're getting the same shit. You're just getting it a different way. Like these guys are fucking stupid. It's just like the women that say that they're dating out or leveling up. If you were to level up, you would already level up. You're just fucking pissing and moaning. You're not gonna level up. You wouldn't know how. You wouldn't know how to fucking deal with a motherfucker that makes $2 more than the nigga you're dealing with currently. So just shut the fuck up. You know these people in these spaces. They have these fucking tutorials and bullshit. And just like these guys, these tutorials and bullshit. About like getting over. Not paying that much on a date. Like, look, if you're in a woman's space, right? You walk up, talk to a woman, whatever, like that, and you don't really come off as something, of her appetite. You won't have to feed her appetite. Food because you're not really good enough to be able to. So you want to take her out. You want to spend some money. You can't be fucking cheap. You can't have that bullshit. It's not gonna work. It just doesn't work. Wait. So no, she's a red bone, and they were going hard for her. Yeah, but that's what these guys do, man. On here, you know, it's like okay, you see an avatar picture, you see a girl, she looks good. Okay, it's an avatar, but guys are like, oh, I'm a player because I got girls over here in Australia, and girls are like, okay, are they flying out to fucking see you? Are they flying out to sit on your dick? That's not your girl, okay? She's not in your rotation, asshole. These motherfuckers are just ah, this is fucking just levels of fucking just pathetic fucking inbreed fucking just damn. I just don't know how to fucking said people taking their life for a joke. You just don't know exactly taking their fucking life for a joke. It's just it's fucking it's funny and it's sad at the same time, man. You know, that's what it is. It's virtual shit. It's virtual player shit. It's like the new shit. It's kind of like Total Recall. Was it that movie Total Recall where they were in the future and shit? With Sylvester Stallone, you had to get like a ticket for cursing or whatever like that, or some shit, or touching a woman. Like this is kind of like virtual player shit. Virtual fucking pimp shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the fuck it is. It's like this virtual shit going on. She's not flying out, sit on your dick. You know, it's not. You know what I'm saying? It's not tagged, buddy. I don't even feel like it. Okay, I don't even feel like responding or DM or to, like another country. She's not flying out to see you, asshole. It's not. It's nothing to brag about. And guys sit there brag about certain things. Well, I got girls. Man, I don't. I don't even talk about what I get in my DMs. I don't talk about what I get in my emails. Like, what the fuck am I gonna do with that shit? What the fuck am I going to do with that? You know, what what am I going to do with that? There's no way people are leveling up when they're 8 hour long panels. 8 hour long panels. That's ridiculous. But see, the thing is, that's the whole key is to have a bunch of people in the panels, so you don't really have to talk that much, and you got other people chiming in on the titles and stuff like that. Like a lot of times, if we ain't got, what I'm saying, the people in my camp, I'm really going dolo. I'm not speaking for 8 hours, man. I got shit to do. You know, you can make a point, in less than 5 minutes to be, you know, realistic. You know, but it is what it is. Um, Emma's laughing. You said you assumed that we were banned. I'll make these niggas want to go into the witness protection program. Yo, 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 have them quarantine long after the COVID. Yeah, that's fun. You got them feeling uncomfortable every time they basically hear the trees blow or a leaf just falls to the ground. You know, that's when you got them. The watchers. Even with those protection programs, they don't necessarily help you. You know, but hey, look, Rich, we gotta stop. We gotta stop. Shit. What's going on? BNA says salute ice chat. You're right. Some of these dudes in this space are so fraudulent. It's not even funny. I look at these cats so differently now. It's crazy. Yeah, you do. You know, you do. But you just gotta look past it, man. It's the thing when I came on here. You know, I'm saying what I'm saying. I'm 100. I assume that everyone else is 100. Like it's like I told you a story about Gilly, the kid when he saw a rapper that he was listening to. He thought he was this guy, and he came in. He's like, "Man, what the fuck?" He's like, "Man, they said shit broke his heart." This nigga is the exact opposite of what he was talking about. That crushed him. That crushed him. It really can make you jaded, and it's just like, damn, nigga. I used to like. I remember my homie used to send me the links to your uploads and your I'm saying your product and stuff, and I used to think you were real. You know what I'm saying? Then I feel like I played myself because you're not that guy. I feel like a nut. That made me really even question myself. Like, nigga, I'm supposed to see this shit. Why did I not see that? Why did I not see that? But you know, this this right here, just like it's okay. It's good because once you have to accept it. Once you accept it, it's fine. You don't have to necessarily respect it, but you have to accept it. And once you accept it, it's okay. Okay, this is what it is. This is what it is. Okay, you know, I have you know guys that know me. I have people that know me that are subscribed to my channel, and they'll pop up every once in a while. You know, so I can't go in this motherfucker and just be you know coming up with some type of wild shit because it's just like me. They're like, oh, motherfucker, what? Really? Really? You gonna do that? You call me right on that? They'll call me right out my shit. Say I'll call their ass out. You know, no future in front. Ain't got a lot of kicking. It was it. Roger said, "Hey, off the topic, but what's your thoughts on numerology, natal chart, ice? Um, Numerology is dope, man. I mean, your whole path is mathematic. A lot of people don't understand that. Definitely, I would say look into that. I mean, learning what your life path number is very important, as well as your master number. You know, even with the letters in your name, you know, it's broken down to the numbers, and it breaks down to, okay, and you get an idea of, it gives you like a personality profile. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty accurate. It's pretty accurate. I am sweet. I had to have a chat with you about that thing that you were telling me about. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I didn't really see it in that aspect. But sometimes you don't really see a lot of things. You be doing what you're doing, and a lot of times, you know, people really take to you, but you know, it's just doing it in a way that maybe you're not really used to doing. Or I mean, it's just like, all right, I get it. But just for me, just getting more understanding. You know, I like to understand things. Did they ask for solitary confinement? Oh shit. Oh wow. But that's really like a hard thing to like really come across. You know, guys that are genuine. You know, that are bringing genuine, you know, discussion. Things that's actually helpful. I said that's the difference between, you know, noise and sound. You know, so all I see is signs, numbers, and symbols. Makes sense. Wait, Emma said didn't Fantastic lose his marriage over some BS like this? You need to be careful. He wanted to know her channel, Instagram as well. Damn. So he lost. So I really don't. I mean, I know of him. Like I visited his chat a couple times. I've been on his panel a couple times. And from my experience, you know, he's not really that bad. You know, but he lost his marriage over YouTube. That's not. You know, if that is the case, that's not really what's up. But again, like you know, I don't get it. Like I'm not moved by like an avatar picture. I mean, anybody could just find a picture and put that up there that might not be the person. I'm not even moved by the fucking even shit you see on Instagram. I can see the videos and everything like that. I'm just not moved by it. I can see that shit. Okay, I like it. You know what I'm saying, but you know, if you've seen one titty, you've seen them all. If you've seen one fat ass, you've seen them all. You know, okay, what else? If it ain't flying out to come see me and you know to provide a service, it doesn't do anything for me. It doesn't move a needle in my mind. Just be honest with you. I don't get it. I mean, that's what it has to come down to. I don't want someone to tell me, yeah, you know, I got $50,000 for you. I got $100,000 for you. You know what I'm saying? Until it touches my hand, it don't mean shit. I mean, that's just the way I roll. Oh shit, that's not good. That's not good. That's not good. But you know, if they had a certain discussion, like, see, for me, like if I had, hypothetically, I had a wife or girlfriend, I'm going to be honest and upfront. I mean, off rip. Like, look, I like you. I like how I like how things are clicking between us. I like where we're going, you know, and I want to keep you as long as you're, you know, keeping things like this and even better. But every once in a while, you know, I want to, you know, do my thing. You know, how is that hard? That's the piece where I'm talking about as far as men behaving a certain way versus males. I'm not doing the sneaking geek shit. I'm not doing nothing sneaky. I'm not a sneaky nigga. And I think that's just what you have to be. If that's your thing, that's your thing. If you want to basically, have, your main piece, you have other things. Like, look, you gotta be honest. You gotta be straight to the point. You're not doing it. You're not doing it for, you're not doing it for the lady. You're doing it really for yourself. The fuck I'm gonna sit here and lie and sneak and move around and shit like that, nigga. I don't like that type of fucking pressure on my shoulders. You know. I mean, just to be honest with you, I just don't like that stress. I don't know how other guys deal with that shit, but I don't like it personally. But see, that's the thing with the in this particular space. A lot of guys that come to these channels, they don't want to be players and have those fucking game and be gamed up and shit like that. They really just want girlfriends, right? Eventually they get married, but they want to basically have some they want to learn how to get some side pussy without getting caught. That's the average guy. He wants basically a significant other, and he wants to get some side pussy every once in a while. He wants to have some game to where as though he doesn't get caught. But little his dumb ass to get caught because guess what? Women have what? Intuition, asshole. They can feel some shit. They might feel it, but that's their intuition telling them you did some unsavory shit. You know what I'm saying? These guys, you're not getting away with shit, man. You're not getting away with anything. I remember this guy. A couple stories. I tell you, my boy, he was busting moves. He was married. Had a little, side dip. He had he had a letter. She found the letter. She felt something. She's like, I don't know. You did something. I can't put my finger, but I feel something. I feel like you did something wrong. And this guy says, my problem is, I'm my bad, babe. My problem is I didn't secure you in this relationship. So, I'm gonna spend good quality time securing you in this relationship. I was like, this piece of shit. You know. Then I had another homie. Basically, he cheated on his wife, and she finally just had enough. Busted again. So this motherfucker looking, he comes home, he sees all the shit's gone. So he's looking around and shit. He's looking in the damn closet, looking in the base. Like, damn, what the fuck you think she's playing hide and go seek? Yo, this thing is wild. I was like, yo, you looking in the closet, looking in the hamper and shit. Like, come on, man. Gotta be real about this thing. A lot of guys will do that because you know why? Because they know they're not man enough in that woman's eyes to have it. Because if you're a certain kind of man, that woman will accept another woman being in that space because she knows she can't do everything. She can't basically handle everything. Maybe you need a woman for the business. Maybe you need a woman for the pleasure. Maybe we need a woman for whatever it is. So she can't do everything. It's a team sport. But she knows who's first. A lot of guys can't communicate that stuff, man. A lot of guys in that that has actually been offered to me. It was a young lady. I use young lady a lot because I don't be saying like bitch, and I'm working on that. I say bitch a lot. I mean, it's kind of like a term of endearment, but I understand. I'm trying to clean it up so you two stop player hating on me. So, um, this young lady named Kelly, she had told me off rip. I know how things work, especially this city is six, women to a guy. The main thing is, as long as you know you maintain the idea that you know I'm above it, you know, and don't embarrass me in public. We're fine. Okay. Okay. Eh? Tell me where I need a step by step tutorial. Tell you that. Some slick shit. Nah. Let's get into this comment section. Uh I'm like the way you got me is the way you keep me. You don't worry about who else got me. Exactly. I need you to focus. Like, what's going on your phone? Why is it ringing? Like, no, I need you to focus. I'm just fucking around, man. Right? He said nothing wrong. And him, me, and the wife stressing over something trivial. Yeah. Look, he called her a handmaid. Yo, guilt trip the women. Talk to a mice. You already know. But that's the thing, like, if you're honest, it's just like, that's the thing with the young lady from earlier. She says, I have very high standards. Just understand that. And it surprises, and she sends a bunch of pictures of herself where she has some jewelry on, and she's has these labels and stuff on. Is gaudy. I don't have labels on my shit. You don't know what the fuck I got on. You just know it's nice. You know, you think it's fucking J Crew, but it's not. It's just clean. Regular degler, but not regular. You know, she's doing all that shit. So okay, just lets me know what type of person you are. So I said okay. Well, I said, lucky for you, I am a very high standard. So what do you mean by what you're saying? And she's like, well, I'm just saying. You're not saying anything. That's why I'm asking you the question. What are you saying? Okay. So you want to talk big shit. Okay. You want to talk that shit with me. You want to talk that cash shit with me. You want to do that. Talk to me. Hmm? And talk back. Answer. So like, okay, you ain't ready for the big leagues. Hmm? I'm gonna give you a sippy cup, and we're gonna reschedule the situation. If I feel like you know fucking with you, hey, like that. You know what I mean? Still in the sippy cup. Hmm? So this little girl trying to act like you know big dog. Okay. So what are you talking about? Because I could teach you. I could teach you how to do it, baby. I could teach you how to talk. I teach you how to get what you want. Okay. Because the right conversation is like, look, okay, yeah, I know, you think I'm pretty, right? I know you know I'm pretty, right? I look like something to you, okay? Well, this needs to be done. This needs to be fixed. This needs to be handed to me, okay? You know, I can teach you how to talk. I can teach you how to get what you want. Hmm? That's what I was looking for. I'm digging at your core, and you ain't got an answer for me. Hmm? Still in the sippy cup. Hmm? Milk and cookie for rookies. Coffee and donuts for grown-ups. How you want to play it? Hmm? You sure you're ready to have that conversation with me? Look, you ain't ready for that. Put you back in the G League. You ain't ready to play with the pros. Sit your nut ass down. Yeah, J. Crew shit is fly. Got some new shit. They got Made Well. They got Made Well brand, even though it's for women, right? But they got stuff that they're doing in Made Well for dudes. They got the like little runners, the sneakers and stuff like that. I like a girl that wears Made Well. I like a girl that doesn't wear like labels. I like a girl that dresses you know clean. You know, put the stuff on, real classy. I'm into the covering thing. I'm not into, look, a woman's gonna dress the way she wants to dress. You want to dress like a slut? That's great. You know, the difference for me is like it's the difference between a woman that's you know, after her respect versus a woman that's after attention. You know, again, milk and cookie for rookies, coffee and donuts for grown-ups. Okay, you want to win or you want to pretend? Hmm? What are we doing with this? So I prefer a chick with a modest but unique style over a label or any day. Exactly. Because you know what? The strength and simplicity. You know, look at anyone that just wears all black. Look at Tom Ford. He wears just all black. Simple. Looks powerful. Strength and simplicity. That's what they don't get. Young Hot Flyers, what's going on with you, brother? Keep doing your thing, man. I see you over there. So this is what you mean that monogamy is not ideal for men. Um, it's good. It's a good one. It's not realistic. I mean, if you look at civilization, everything how it was done, in Eastern civilization is how it's actually supposed to be. This Westernized culture, it just generates, and encourages, very twisted, perverted, narcissistic behavior. It's got, you know, um, people put in positions of where it's going to fail. Like you look at the marriage, you look at the vows. She's going to fail those vows. He's going to fail those vows. Better or worse, sickness or health, death do you part. Really? Come on. Come on. Let's just be realistic here. You know, there's guys. People. Can't say it's just guys, just women. You know, not women. Let's say, just say, dudes and chicks. They all practice unsolicited polygamy. You know, like you have a girlfriend. She has a emotional boyfriend, right, at work. Someone that gets her lunch and all this other shit. Just different people. She's got a guy that if you fuck up, right? You had a little. You don't have a break up, but you kind of have a break. Yeah, he's gonna slide in. And they're gonna have a little bit of fun. He might not, stick it in, but it's, you know, a little break period. And that guy's been primed. He's been he's like we call it a prep meal. You know what I'm saying? Pre cooked. Put him in the fridge, put him in the cooler and shit. Put a nigga in the fridge. Till it's time for you to fuck up. You fuck up. Just can't wait for you to fuck up for real. A big fuck up. And I'll tell you when man, this girl told me this situation. She told her dude because he got caught busting a move because he left his Facebook thing open, his computer open, so she was able to check, his inbox DMs. He was basically trying to get with this girl, but he ended up like messing up with that. She's like, you know what? I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do something real nasty to another guy, right? And I'm gonna come lay up under you like nothing happened. She told me that story after she did that. I was like, shit. But then they had eventually, it broke up. She was kind of pushing the idea we should be together. I was like, no, no, you know, it's a thing. It was fun. We like to get together and we like to do what we do. Anything outside of that, she's like, one time she said, I had a dream, that you took me out dancing. Oh, like, that's what's up. You know, that's what's up. you know, yeah. So I'll be doing a live stream about monogamy in the future. Yeah. Yo, that is a very interesting topic. Like, it's just slaughter for just both. Because like a lot of guys, like you hear them in these spaces, even with the story about the chick with the fucking music. Okay, there we go. Um, he gets, I think he catches his fiance 2 weeks before they got married. She had condoms in her drawer, or whatever like that. So he's freaking out. Okay, I'm gonna say some shit right here. It's gonna like fuck everybody up. But it's like, look at it like this. I'm gonna always see things in a practical way. At least she had condoms. How about that, Bino? So you're about to get married 2 weeks. What are you going through? You got like, okay, she's got condoms in her drawer. I'm saying, just in case she was bust a move, she could bust a move and just, what I'm saying, got it in raw. I'm saying, That shit crushed him. Shit crushed him. He said, "Oh my gosh, I gave you my heart, my soul, everything, and you did this to me, bro." Shit is vicious out here. See, but the thing is, you know what you got yourself into. See, guys, see, people be glazing over things. They know what the person you're dealing with. You know what type of chick you're dealing with. It's like, you know, women know what type of guy they're dealing with. They just get mad when they're actually dealing with that on real world time. That's the crazy part about it. He said, "I used to believe in monogamy because I don't want an STD and determined uh, maternity, and he stopped being so naive." Yeah, it's no fucking no such thing, buddy. No such thing. You know, this thing about relationships. You know, one bad argument, yeah, cause her a dip. See, the thing is, what guys do and what women do is different. Like, you know, you'll fuck up, right? Just like one of my buddies, he double dipped. He went out, party, double dipped. What I mean by double dipped, he probably, you know, should have slid in about maybe 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. You know, he decides to come in 8 o'clock. Obvious double dip, right? You know what she'll do? She'll basically do it on her lunch break. Hmm. Come home, smile. You come home, smile on your face like nothing even happened. Got an hour lunch break. Yeah, it went down. You didn't know. And she know how to clean herself, and then she got an extra pair. You know, I don't know. I'm not gonna get into details about that because you guys. She has that. She's these guys gave you all this red pill weird shit enough that didn't fuck y'all head up. Just enjoy women, and as long as you're, you know, keeping it a beam off rip continually, you know, just be in good company. I mean, what we got here. Even now, I'm 9 months into semen retention. A chick I was talking to said that I'm basically need to be Tyrone because a chick would make me cheat. Interesting. Interesting. MC says good idea. Oh yeah, it's a good idea. Do a thing about monogamy. It said broke a gummy. Roger, you just only need a few real ladies in your circle, but not more of them. It said not definitely more of them, and definitely not less. A few real ones though. That's key. Is getting to the real ones. But how are you able to get to the real ones? By being your real self, because you actually cut right through the mustard. See, when guys talk about having, now I don't knock, I guess, what these guys quote unquote say this game per se. Like, you know, just make the correction. I know you know, I slapped around a lot of clubhouses, you know, but like I said, what works for me, right, is that, you know, I lay it all out in a sense. Like I would say, like I tell them what it is, because you know I give them the idea of how it should be expressed to me. So if I'm laying this out, right, if I'm letting you see what's in my hand, you know, you should feel comfortable enough to feel free to let me know what's going on with you. I'm not saying things to impress you. I'm probably gonna say things that might even scare you off. You know, I would say 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna say something that's going to scare you off because I'm gonna be honest. You know, Last Don, what's going on? I said being honest and straightforward. Exactly. Logan says, got to be smart out here with these women, though. Seeing hectic out here. Yeah, I mean, it's always been hectic, man. Logan, since I can remember, you know, since I can remember, it's always been hectic. And people say, oh, it's been worse. It's worser now than it's ever been before. To me, it's really been pretty much the same fucking shit. It's the only difference is it's just more overtly. Just like with you look at like racism and shit. You know, people didn't like fucking Donald Trump because he was overt about his shit. They prefer like Bill Clinton or Barack Obama or somebody that's just gonna like give you the sugar cube, but it's got like poison in it. You know, it's right there in your face. You just be like, oh my gosh, I don't know how to deal with it. Okay, you know, as I said before, I prefer an honest hoe that can cook like Patty LaBelle. And that's really a genuine preface. I don't ask for perfection, even though asking for that is actual perfection. You know, an honest hoe that can cook like Patty LaBelle. That's fucking amazing. That's like that's like having LeBron James, skill set, right? And giftings with Michael Jordan's fucking heart. You know, that's rare. That's actually rarer than a Proverbs 31 woman. In fact, that woman is actually on her way to being a Proverbs 30 woman. I mean, there's nothing wrong with good girls, nothing wrong with hoes. I like them both. I like hoes. I like good girls. You know. This is like an open relationship. Ice. Do I like an open relationship? What do you mean as far as with the woman being open? Why would I want a key into my lock? Why would you want another key in the lock? You know. See with that, it's just like it's kind of like a revenge thing. So women, oh, wanna see, women cannot. I mean, I'll be honest with you, and I'm not trying to say necessarily this is a catch-22, but just be realistic here. The reason why a lot of women get kind of tripped up and shit because they can't really handle more than one guy because they have to be into him and into his interests, right? Unless they're basically got these guys that are like what you call, I guess what you call simps. They're like spinning plates. They're not really men, But as far as dealing with a man, you can really only deal with one man. But in regards to a male, yeah, you can deal with a bunch of them because they're after you. You just spin them around in your fingers and shit. You got one guy doing this, one guy doing that. I've seen girls that had rotations, vicious rotations. You know, I've seen it. The dudes be like, "Don't judge her until she say some crazy shit." Yeah, yo, that is true. Last Don was good, brother. So don't judge her until she say some crazy shit. Yeah, they can't handle that crazy shit. I just laugh at that shit. I heard women say some shit in just regards to just how they get down. I heard women say some shit as far as what they would like to bring into the equation. If we're going to do something, I'm like, do I look like that type of guy to you? Like, oh, you're like, we're not going to that. I don't want. It's not a negotiate. It's not like something you can negotiate with. If I say that's not happening, that's not fucking happening. You know. That's their weird shit. And she'll have no problem cooking with nothing but an apron. Exactly. I like nothing with especially with her, got some nice breasts, like good championship titties. Them Jones just sit up, boom, like you see that, like it's like a robust. I like women with fat titties, man. Like I like fat titties, like juicy titties. Just a thought. Yeah, she thought I was a player. I'm 6'2" and a half, 195, 4%, 4% body fat. What the fuck? I had like 14% body fat. Damn. Yo, try to maintain that to you like in your 40s, man. Be a fucking rock star. But I'm like I'm 205, 14% body fat. So it's not bad. But 4%, that's really good. But I'm a introverted spiritual nerd, and she was basically gassing me up to thought around. Yeah, hey brother, you gotta listen to the installments, man. You gotta listen to what I'm saying, bruh. I like if you guys listen to what I'm saying, like you'll be good, man. You ain't gonna have this fucking problems anymore. Like this is the fucking solution. Fuck the red pill. You know what I'm saying? That certain experience, the installments are there, man. You don't, man. You're gonna fucking score, man. Like fucking like I don't even fucking know, man. You're gonna be uh like fucking I can't say like Jordan and shit. I'm fucking Michael Jordan and shit, but you could be um like fucking Trey Young. I mean Trey Young like last year, Trey Young, not this year. I mean, if it's not monogamy, then it's an open relationship. Depends. Depends, Emma. It's an open relationship. I don't like if you basically have to, what's your reason for being with a guy, another guy, other than me? Like if we're in a relationship, what's your reason for being with a guy? I'll tell you my reason for being with another woman. Now we'll just do a little demo course run. Don't take it as anything. Like say for example, you're not a type of woman that's going to swing on chandeliers, right? You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to, defile you in that certain way. But there's certain women that, are into that. That's kind of like my release do that to them. Like it's just a matter of how I see you. If that makes any sense. That's just from the lust standpoint. But as far as from the other aspects, I feel as though I've explained it from the economical and just practical things, just the day to day responsibilities of delegating things. But just from the lust standpoint, that's what I mean by if you're not the type of woman that's going to swing on chandeliers, I'm not going to get you to swing on chandeliers. Like I can say it would be if you wanted to swing on chandeliers, that was in you. I seen that. But I don't see that in you, I'm not going to, try to create that. If that makes any sense. Hopefully, it's helpful. Women hold soul ties. That is true. Not an open relationship, but a coded relationship. Yeah, coded relationship. I like that. That should be the title. You know, something with monogamy and then coded relationship. That right there, that's it, man. That's like the fucking adobo on it right there. MJ, you can explain one day one of your live streams. Ah shit. You said word Trey Young on bullshit. Yo, he's on ass. What the fuck happened to this guy? Basically, what he was doing last year, he's on ass. He's on some straight bullshit. But the original Steph Curry is you know what I'm saying, is getting buckets and shit. How about that? You listen to my content and you be like, fucking Steph Curry, that year where he got his first MVP. Soak that in. You're gonna be like fucking Steph Curry. to pull. You put people in uncomfortable positions. Yeah, I do that a lot. Do that on purpose because this is how you really you put people in uncomfortable positions. This is how you see who they are. You see, how they can adapt and adjust. You have to put them in uncomfortable positions. You know, if you want to talk about you know people, I guess what they call it, game. I got conversation. I have games. I got hella conversation. I got some conversation for your ears. You know, I say certain things that's going to get the answer from you. Some people I guess would call that game, but I'm not really trying to play games. I'm gonna put you in uncomfortable situations, see how you adapt to it. I'm gonna put certain things out there. Yeah, Roger's a good guy. He said 300 pounds 6 years ago. Let's say active when I was 30. So, look, bro, he was 300 pounds 6 years ago. This nigga has 4% body fat now. Like, wait a minute. That's crazy. 4% body fat. That's some dedication. He said, I am just too broke and bald for the modern woman. Not really. Not really. Again, before what I said, the conversation piece. It's a conversation, man. Conversation in your company. I mean, the modern woman isn't really modern to me. The modern woman is pretty much different from, I guess, we quote unquote the pseudo traditional. It's really all the same. You know, as I told you, the girl with the pictures, sent me the pictures and stuff like that. Now, these aren't really cheap outfits, but I just felt like it wasn't appealing to me. To me personally, because like I don't need to know what the fuck you have on. Like I would like to ask you, but I would like to ask you, but I won't ask you. You know, and she had some good jewelry though. I'm not gonna lie, that shit was hitting. You know, but you know that's something you can kind of walk me into. You don't just jump out all rip with that shit. And it's not really even a maneuvering with that. I can basically tell her straight up. And when I got straight up with her, told her, okay, she didn't have an answer. So I could fill it right in. But it's just like, nah, it's just not the way you know, interact with me. We've had, several interactions here and there, you know, been occupied with things. She's been occupied with things. But just like that conversation was like, nah, I ain't fucking with that. See, you see how it is? You know, now the average person, okay, is that a red flag? Yeah, it's obviously a red flag to me. But people will actually ignore that because, okay, you look at the aesthetics and they'll basically, hey, look, I'll chalk that up for that. And, just to, SummerSlam that, SummerSlam 88. I'm good. I'm good. He said meant to say 9%, right? That's still fucking good. 9%. He said, Roger, I know broke looking people who are very wealthy. That's no way to judge a person. It's true. Poor is a mindset. Broke is just temporary. Poor people try to look rich. That's facts. That right there just it says a lot. That's when I looked at the labels. Mind you, I was in high end retail for a certain period of time, so it was just like notice the people that were broke, they would go to the place where they had the labels. The people that had something, they're grabbing the stuff that doesn't have the labels. You know, better quality. You know, real money's quiet. You know, be a grower, not a shower. I think show a little bit. I want to let people know, you know, you don't need a favor. That's pretty much it. A poor fucking mindset. I just didn't like that shit. You know, and plus, you know, you get good examples of things. You know, I had a you know lady that would throw that shit on. You didn't see the labels, but you know it was something nice, and she'd mix and match. She even mixed that with the Zara shit. Which I didn't even know the difference. You know, but it was just the creativity. I just admire the creativity. Is it trying to be wealthy, not rich? Exactly. It's better to be wealthy than fucking rich. You know, I'd rather be wealthy than look rich. I'd rather be wealthy and anonymous. Like I still like to go to Whole Foods and not be fucking bothered. You know, I still like to do certain shit. Like I find great joy in going grocery shopping. I don't know if people guys don't really get that joy out of it. I just look forward to what I'm fucking like making, and then I just find little other discoveries. Like even now they got like vegan detergent products and shit. You know, I can't wait. I mean, buy shit and can't wait to just start cleaning shit. I really just prefer to take my shit to cleaners, but I got like undergarments. I just fucking do that shit with. Not to get too personal with that. It's kind of weird. But anyways, move like Bruce Wayne with the riches and not a retard rapper. Yeah, all these niggas be trying to move like retarded ass rappers and shit. That's how like a lot of these drug dealers being fucking caught. You know, this guy to pull aside because he had a little was it snap fuck. Guy basically shows, you know, 2 liters of drink, pills, and loud on a Snapchat and says, well, it goes away. Like, no, asshole. So it's on the URL. So even if it goes away there, but it's still in the URL. Then you got these guys talking about, yeah, motherfuckers was hating on me. Niggas was snitching. Like, no, nigga, you basically look at your fucking storyline. You look at your Instagram pictures. You've been telling yourself, for the last 8 fucking months. You know, that's just in the world of niggerdom. We said, yeah, one thing I don't go cheap on is my place I sleep at and my food. I buy direct from suppliers and organic stuff. Yeah, I don't pump fake with the food. I don't pump fake with my food, where I lay my head in my bed. You know, it's important for a man to have comfortable shoes, a comfortable bed, comfortable car seat. You know, and a good meal, a really good meal. It's something is good with the chemicals. You know, it's one thing you don't pump fake with. I was telling guys before, like, if you eat meat, make sure you find a good butcher and make friends with a chef. You know, Michelin star. I mean, well, Michelin is a Michelin star, but just Michelin chef that they work even better. And you just learn from them how to cook. You make good meals for yourself. Make artisan meals. Practice making that shit for yourself. You fucking enjoy it. So then, You know, what the fuck you want to take a girl on a date? Come over. You're not really making the meal for her. You're making it for yourself. But it's just she's going to enjoy it with you. Like, damn, this is great. No, women come over and cook. You know, but I can cook too. You know, I actually enjoy cooking. That's why it's not a big deal to me. I enjoy cooking. I enjoy people enjoying what I made too. You know, it's good for my ego. Also, people ain't even talking about generational wealth nowadays. Exactly, and that's why I had the brother Alonzo Hall come on. He's like, "Yo, do you mind if I like, bro, talk?" Cause I mean, you know, we were going to go somewhere else, but then he basically gave me some shit that was like, "Damn," and he said a lot. He said more than like I'm talking about. Like that is worth, hella playbacks and just notes and really just to even do some type of business with that gentleman because it'll help you get there. Because anybody that's been doing something longer than 10 years is considered an expert. And this was just some stuff just off the cuff. He was, what I'm saying, spitting. It's a bad boy, man. It's a bad man. So where niggas be posting all types of BS on IG and wonder why they get trapped. Yeah, you be seeing it too. Like, yo, you be asking for it. You be asking to get lying. The fuck is wrong with these niggas, man? Like it's like you motherfuckers like want to go to prison. I don't want to go to prison. The fuck? Like dudes be like, man, you shit, you got to just stay the fuck away from these niggas, man. Sometimes motherfuckers be just want to go to prison. I'm good, you know. Lobster my ravioli and leave me the fuck alone. Okay. So what's your take on the the Hamza hand, the all-seeing eye, Egyptology, the study of Egyptian maths and Kemetic science? I have an interest for them and so forth. It's all really one and the same. Everything is really just leading to the same thing, to the to that penile gland, to that Christ, that God in you. Everything's leading to that. You just gotta not be afraid of it. You know, I'm all for really tapping into that source. You know, homemade recipes hit different. Exactly, exactly. Especially when you know how to make a lot of dishes, and even cultural dishes. You know, and then you use just natural. Like I don't fuck with salt. I don't fuck with salt and all that stuff, man. I use like you know spices. And you do it enough, you kind of have an idea of how much you put in. You know. Also, do you think the all-seeing eye is only satanic and Luciferian, or it can't have it? It's not. See, they perverted things. It was meant one way, but then you have this perverse society perverted. You know, the all-seeing eye is within you. A lot of people don't understand that. It's like it's what's called intuition, instinct. You know, you hear that voice that tells you not to do something, or you see something that's sketchy. um it hasn't really taken place, but it just you see it, something sketchy happening. Or you see someone that's sketchy, and people that get away from it, live longer. People that don't, end up in situations that you know cost them everything. It's like the dude Hush Puppy. Oh yeah, Hush Puppy was drawn. Hush Puppy was drawn. That's the thing. People get too far into that shit. They don't have their exit plans. Like they said in the second Wall Street movie. He said, he said, what's your number? And he said, more. And the feds was on his ass. That's a problem, these motherfuckers. They start thinking that they're above the law. Okay, buddy. They let you get fat, you know, just to, I'm saying, just to hit you with those numbers, you know. If you're gonna do shit like that, know your number. I'm not encouraging you to do it, but don't really fucking do it. You know what I'm saying? If you can't do the time, then don't do the crime. To be honest with you. Give a stupid nigga an IG and watch him put himself in prison. Yeah, he will do that. All his fails. He said everyone planned for the next 200 years the black community will dominate, but their insecurities prevent them from thinking long term. That is true. That right there. That is a true story. They fuck up all the time. It fucks them up. The insecurities. Because they don't deal with the insecurities. They don't deal with their fucking issues. They don't deal with what's fucked up about them. Or what caused them to be fucked up. You know? I went to study those things, but because I heard people say it's witchcraft and sorcery, it stopped me from studying. However, I truly want to read and study it. I don't worship it. However, I thirst for. Well, I mean, you got to be careful. That's what I say. Just be careful. You know, just know what you originally believe and keep it that way. And just speak to your creator in regards to basically covering you while you look at that information. You know, that's it. But you gotta be understand, like when knowledge comes responsibility. The more you know, the more you're held accountable to. And really, the more you know, the more you realize you don't know. The more I learn, the more I realize I don't know. And the thing is, even with the things that I convey, you've heard me convey on here, there's a lot of responsibility to that. You know, other people, they can do certain things and they're not going to pay the same way I'm going to pay. You know, you can spit on the sidewalk and it gets overlooked. I spit on the sidewalk, I might get my teeth knocked out. It's just how it works. I'm not saying that's literally how it happened, but it gives you an idea. The consequences are more severe with me because I should know better. And in certain aspects, I do. You know, because I'm made aware of things. It's a responsibility. If it makes any sense. So I'm out here feeling like King Solomon with this thirst for knowledge and wisdom. Absolutely, I think it's important. It's important that you seek wisdom. It says, "Seek ye the kingdom of God." Right? Seek wisdom and understanding. It's better to seek that than attention, or other just dumb shit. So I commend you for that. It's tribes, no community. Yeah, it's no community. Black community. It's not a black community. It's a fucking just a shithole. Side of an environment that's if it really wasn't for you gotta see that you had to believe in God, right? Black people should actually believe in God. I'm gonna tell you this because you know we're retarded. If there was no God, just look at the actions, right? Look at what goes on. we would be extinct if it really wasn't for God. Let's just think about it. He said, "Before I go, I just want to clear a point. I'm biracial, not white. Some people assume I'm white for some reason. Well, it all depends. Is your mom you gotta go by what your mom is. Um, and I used to believe it because of the father, because of his seed dropping. But people are saying, oh, it's your mom. It's like, okay, no, wait, no, sorry, correction. They go by what your father is, not what your mother is. My bad. I almost fucked that one up. That's what they're doing. I believe the other way around. People are like, they tune and listen to me to see if I can, make an error so they can, fucking SummerSlam me and shit. Like, finally, Ice Turner is wrong. We got him in an error. But I just corrected myself, you know? How about that, asshole? Son, big up, brother. Thirst for knowledge runs deep within me. Power and transcendence of the flesh, exactly. That's true. I suffer harder when I fuck up more than others. Because I know better and I just choose not to do better. And I need to change that and not take the most high ground. Yeah, I do that. I admit that I'll be guilty, just as guilty as you are. A lot of times I know better. I just don't do better. You know. It's I can't keep giving you this anointing, right? This anointing and this mercy and this grace. If you just want to continue to just be rude, ornery, disrespectful, um, and other things towards your brother, man. I'm like, nigga, that's not my brother. Says who? We didn't come out the same sack. It's not my brother. But I'm just kidding, guys. But it's still not my brother though. We didn't come out the same sack. Fuck him. But I get what he's saying. I get what the good Lord is telling me. You know. About to wrap this up. It's 12:18. Probably going to bang it out for another not 2 minutes. It's been fun. It was actually you know like super random. I was actually going to do the Istradamus piece. But I say that for Friday. Um, that's going to be pretty fun, pretty dope. You're going to hear some interesting things from that. Tomorrow, me and the other Ray J has the Great Ones move alike. You know, that's going to be epic. That's part two. Then we have another project on his channel. You know, the Ides of March, or the Ides of March. Her album, if I'm saying that correctly. Got that project. Then we also have, you know, God Amongst Men 4. God Amongst Men 4. That's going to be dope. I was actually supposed to do that during the Eastern, I mean, not the Easter, I guess Easter day. But I kind of pushed that a little early, not realizing, but it was just like, yeah, I think y'all need that God Amongst Men 4. I think that's going to be really that's going to be different. And might even surprise y'all next month with being your Cosmos 3. Indeed. Peace, y'all. And till tomorrow.